Welcome back, boys and girls, to another edition of Chicken Bone Alley, presented by SRI Performance. Stock car steel and aluminum, Draco Springs. I'm David.
I'm Sterling. What's up, guys and girls?
Boy,
good little week, man. Good little.
We are finally back racing, so it is a great week. Great week.
Absolutely, man. We was able to actually see some racing this weekend. You know, that was a good thing for a change. Finally, it's kind of important when you start up a racing podcast to have racing. Kind of an important
necessity.
Kind of an important thing there. So, but yeah, we went to the lake a little bit. We tried to fish a little. My little boy, he wanted to go, so I got him out of school on Friday, and we went down to Santee and scouted us out some brim beds and
good old brimps.
Yeah, we caught us a few. They ain't quite on the beds yet, but it ain't gonna be long, guys. So y'all be ready. Get your fishing poles ready. Yeah, we'll be in the water soon. I was gonna go this weekend, because they'd probably be about right to be on them, but we got 80 inches of rain in 2 days, so I doubt it's gonna be worth fishing now. I don't know.
Well, that's always how it is. If they schedule a race at Darlington, there's going to be rain.
There's rain.
So it literally has rained here for 2 days straight, 2.5 days straight now.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And we've put down probably about 4 inches of rain. And
at least. At least. I guarantee you. I think I got more than that, but.
Pretty sure we might go fishing in your front yard out there.
It's horrible. It is. But yes, we did that. And I hauled buggy back from Manning Saturday night to go to a little race in Paradise. That was
well, I cut some grass around the house.
That's fun. Seems like you cut grass every week.
Well, yeah, I do. I try to. It
that's
don't
a
always
weekday
happen
thing,
like that.
Weekday thing, so you can play on Saturdays.
Well, I mean, it was an early morning thing, kind of early morning. So I still got out on Saturday, but it's all right. We still made it to some racing the other night. We had the Corona no.
Yeah, man, I'm tell you what. And I don't know if anybody was breaking the rules or not. But I'm going to tell y'all, there was a pile of people over there. A pile. And I didn't see no hand sanitizing stations. There might have been some, but I didn't see them. There wasn't nobody worried about that.
I used to say, when we raced go-karts, there was plenty of methanol to wash your hands with, but they don't even use that no more. They use gas now. So use some good old 87 octane.
There was a pile of people there, though. I mean, it was elbow to elbow around the fence. I think they had right at 500 entries, I believe.
Right at 490 something. So yeah, right at 500. That's 500 all day long.
I think they had about 20 classes, 22 classes. It was a pile of them. It
was a lot, and it was some good racing. We stayed out there. Terry Odom put on a good show out there. Put on a track was pretty good. Got a little dusty, but you got all that time off the track, and then put that many go-karts on the track, you bound to get a little bit dusty, but it wasn't bad. I've seen a whole lot worse before.
Oh, absolutely.
So we stayed and watched a little while, and my oldest, Landon, he was there with us. Y'all probably saw a little bit on Facebook. We went live a couple times there. Landon, we ended up going to sleep on the. If y'all haven't ever been to Paradise Raceway, they got it's in all four turns, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, they got tower things you can walk up.
They got little bridge looking things almost.
Yeah.
And they're up above the racetrack a good bit. You can see the whole racetrack from them. So we got up there, and they got these there's like 2 rows on it. The second row could be elevated if you want to. And Landon laid back there and went to sleep on one.
Yeah, he was tired out. He had fun, though. He was a little runner. He couldn't stay still. He wanted to go check everything out and look around and walk around and you name it. But it was fun. Pile of people, like I said. Pretty good racing. It looked like pretty good racing. I've said it before, and I'll continue to say it. They start single file over there. A lot of go-kart tracks do now. I'd love to see go back to be able to work 2 grooves and have a 2-groove racetrack. Slow them down enough to be able to run 2 grooves. I think it makes for a lot better racing versus versus protecting the bottom so much. And if you slide up 1 minute second, you gone. You either spun out or you going to the back. That's it. I that's my only downfall with that. But it was good racing. I wanted to see the limited race. That was the last race of the night. That would have been probably about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So we was rolling back home. But
yeah, I ain't sure what time they finished over there.
I don't know, but they were rolling in qualifying, Jack. They were strolling. So
yeah, they definitely were. We got there, and like I said, we watched a good bit of it. Watched some qualifying. Watched probably about the first half of races and stuff, and then we had to get back. And but you talk about double file restarts and stuff. It's like we talked with Terry Odom, promoter of Paradise Raceway and Triple T Raceway. We talked with him a few weeks ago, and he was even talking about maybe shortening the track up a little bit, just because the track is so fast. And being that track is so fast, it gets tough to get 2 grooves on it in go-karts. And so I don't know, maybe something come of it in the future, and because I'd love to see some 2 wide racing there and all that fun stuff. And
well, I mean, I don't know of a racetrack now that I've seen a go-kart track where they run 2 grooves. I mean, about everywhere you look, they just run single wide. But that's just part of it, I reckon.
I don't really get it, because back when me and you were running go-karts, the big thing was they moved all the cones up early in the day, and we worked outside and then slowly moved down, but you could steadily run that outside groove.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they left them daggone blowers running, son.
Yeah, they blow track off between every couple races. That way that way you were able to run up there.
Keep both grooves running.
Right.
I mean, to me, it made it for a little bit more exciting racing. And again, we were all running slower then.
Exactly.
Pretty slower. Much same tire, pretty much. Yeah. Just slower. And it made it for more fun, side by side, more exciting racing. And it made it a little safer. I'm going to tell you what, we saw some... a couple, that's another thing I kind of worry about over there. And I know it's a judgment call, and it's hard to judge, but there's a few times over there the other night where them boys would spin out coming off a 2, and they just be sitting there and they ain't throwing no caution, Bo. And I mean, I swear it wouldn't take nothing for to break them fools' legs, slap off.
Oh yeah, especially when they get out the go-kart and when the go-kart cuts off.
Yeah,
and then they jump out the go-kart, and all them go-karts is coming. And turn 2 there, well, all 4 too also, but turn 2 seems to be the worst spot. Is they can, it's easy to slide off that corner and slide into the tires over there, slide into the fence. And there was quite a few of them over there. There was quite a few of them. And especially the little boys, that's what's really scary. And they did a good job, I will say, for the little boys when they slid
they did
off.
a lot better for the little guys.
Yeah, but the adult classes, you slide off, you the only one over there, you liable to be on your own unless you was buried in the tires over there, which happened a couple times.
It was interesting, but there was a couple bad wrecks. There was one, I don't know who they were. I have no idea, but one pretty bad wreck coming off a 4. Boy got over on his head and come down on his head hard. I swear it had to hurt him, but he got up out of it somehow. I don't know.
Everybody walked off from it, and everybody looked good. There's some pictures of it on Facebook going around with Cal's photos. So if you look up Paradise awesome Raceway, I think they got some pictures on there from it. And man, I'm tell you, that speaks to the well, go-karts are a touchy subject for a lot of people, because especially the open karts, flat karts as we like to call them, they're, in looking at a go-kart, it's probably not safe. I mean, because you're not strapped in, which I don't want to be strapped in if I don't have a roll cage over me. And also, on top of that, it's just so easy to wheel hop somebody and flip it over. But it speaks tremendous to the safety of the helmet manufacturers, wear neck braces, wear this brace, wear all this other stuff. And they do a good job at it. So, boy come down on his head and he popped back up. So
Yeah, it's amazing. And I'm sure he felt it the next day, but I'm glad he got up out of there and was able to walk away for sure. But yeah, it was a good race. We got to see. I know Austin Yarborough was over there. My buddy AJ Hyatt was running. He didn't have the best of luck in the first race he ran, I know, but
yeah, I looked at the results. He didn't have the best luck in the second one either. So, but anyway, I actually ended up, like I said last week, I said I'd like to get him on here. So I was over there. I said, well, I'm gonna take my little recorder with him. I'm gonna interview AJ since he's one of our multi car driver, I guess you will say, because he runs a go-kart when he gets a chance, but he also has a super nice street stock that he runs in the Mass Street Stock Series, especially over at Dillon. So I was able to get a little interview with him, and here it is. All right, out here at Paradise Raceway with my buddy AJ Hyde here. He's running go-karts tonight. He also runs a Mass Street Stock car. So tell us how your day's been going out here, buddy.
Well, we started 10th out of 33 in the first super heavy. Got taken out in the first one. We got another one coming up, starting way back in this one, but we got a lot of laps to get it done, so we'll see what's going to happen.
I think you can get it done. It'll be all right out there. I know we out here with the go-kart stuff, boy, but I know back in the New Year's race with your race car there, it got a little tore up out there. Had a decent finish, but you rebuilt it, and looked like it come back pretty good last week. So tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It just got a little tight during the race. We're going to free it up a little bit and go back after it this weekend.
Now, I'm going to tell you what, it's a good-looking car you rebuilt there.
I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it.
That nice Camaro he's got out there. Tell us about all your sponsored stuff on there.
Well, we got J&J Service Center. We got Battery Recycling. We got Paris Heating and Cooling. We got Brad's Auto Repair. The Hair Shack. TCI, Matt Betha's Tent Shop. Missy's One Stop. Dillon Community Pharmacy. And that's it.
He got a little bit of everybody on there. I bet if you give him a call, he probably add you on there too. So it don't matter.
Oh yeah, we can hook you up. Just give me a call.
Well, all right, buddy. Well, we appreciate you taking a little bit of time with us here, and we'll be cheering you on regardless. So hopefully you get them tonight and get them next week over at Dillon.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. He, like I said, he didn't have too great of a night there, but there's always another one.
Well, when you get taken out, it's kind of hard. I mean, when you qualify top 10, in a field that big, if he had time, he could work his way up a little bit, but when you get taken out, pretty much,
when you get taken out and they don't throw no caution,
ain't nothing you can do about it.
No, and you kind of up for the taking then. So, well, anyway, so if you want to look online, there's a pile of results. Like I said, there was 20 classes, I think, there at Paradise the other night. So if you want to look online, look up Paradise Raceway on Facebook. I think they got all the results and everything on there. Good field, and then guess what? They're going back again this week for the Coroni No Part 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be
more money.
Yeah, there's gonna be some money over there this weekend.
I saw where all these sponsors have put in a pile of money and just paying all kind of more positions and stuff too.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of money over there. I think there's gonna be a lot of good cars. I think everybody kind of got a feel of it last week, kind of seeing what was gonna happen with all this virus mess and how it was gonna turn out. But it pretty much had the reins open over there last week for what I could see. So
I liked it.
Heck yeah, absolutely. So
I loved it. Well, across town over there, across Dillon County a little bit, and on back up in the boondocks, Lakeview ran. Our buddy Mike Butler run a crate Racing USA street stock over there. I think he started like 7th. I want to say it was in the race. Ended up coming all the way up to 2nd. Finished 2nd place. So that was a good finish for him there. He said that he still had some work to do on the car, and I'm gonna tell you what. I promise you, don't nobody out there work on the car as hard as Mike Butler does.
Absolutely not.
I promise you, that car has been tore apart and put back together more times than I can count, which is freaking awesome because he is working on it.
He's rolling. He was rolling,
and it's showing off He didn't qualify good. Still had a little work to do to it, but that's his first race in this car. So, and then comes up and finishes second. That's strolling pretty good.
That's impressive. Absolutely right. So I know he's ready to get back at it, and especially now that he's kind of learned the car a little bit. I look forward to do even better this week.
Yes, sir. And I'm not sure. Well, is it this week? No,
they're
not running this week.
Next week.
I think next week. Anyway,
we'll
next
we'll
keep you posted. Look on the social medias. We'll keep you posted when Lakeview's run again. I'm just ready for these other tracks, the car tracks, for whatever reason. Fans can go to the go-kart tracks because there's really no stands, I guess is the reason. You just kind of walk around and it's just open to whatever. They don't want you at car tracks because you're in stands and sitting next to each other. Like right now, we're watching the race from Darlington as we speak. So if we get a little sidetracked, that's why, because it's Wednesday night and they're on lap 11 right now of the race at Darlington, and there's nobody in the stands. I don't understand the difference of being, like me and Sterling said, I don't know how many times, of being able to go over to this track, go-kart track, run. 38 done spun out again the second time. He's about to tore that car to pieces.
John Hunter?
I think it's John Hunter. Pretty sure.
He ran good the other night.
Yeah, it's John Hunter. He's tore it all up now. So, but I don't understand the difference. Us being able to go to go-kart track, we can stand there, chill out, talk to everybody, hang out with everybody. But nobody can go to a big racetrack right now. Fortunately, the governor today of South Carolina, Henry McMaster, he has opened up South Carolina pretty much as of the 22nd, which is this Friday, I think it is. And what was so funny, we was talking about earlier, is he actually specifically said in there he was opening up go-kart tracks.
That's awesome, bro.
That is awesome. Now, he might have been talking about amusement-style go-kart tracks, but he specified go-kart tracks, so I thought it was pretty cool.
Hey, he didn't specify amusement go-kart tracks. So that means we can all have fun at the go-kart track.
We can have fun at the go-kart track. We can't all have fun at the NASCAR track, but we can have fun at the go-kart track. So
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all.
Absolutely not. I know for Florence ran too. There was like an MMA fight over there from what I saw.
Boy, we posted that on Facebook too. There was a video, and it looked like Clint Boyer and Ryan Newman over there on the middle of the track.
But he was wailing
on him in the car while he still has helmet on.
Yes, sir.
I'm like, what are you hitting the man in the helmet? Who's hurting more here?
I don't understand.
It was funny. But they were fighting, and I saw I know what they consider late models over there. Old Tyler Blaze Howell won one of them. And my old buddy that I ain't seen from a long time ago, Jamie Lee. That boy been running forever. A few around this area. And remember from back in the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s even. Shelby Lee, by chance, is his son, Jamie Lee. And he won another one out there himself. He's been racing over there for years and years and years on and off. And it's awesome to see him still out there running good and rolling out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but what I can tell you, I mean, that's literally 5 minutes from our house. But we decided to go to Paradise instead. But from what I can see, they had a pretty good field and pretty good crowd of cars over there. So looking forward to getting back over there soon too.
Yeah, for whatever reason, they didn't have many street stocks. I don't know what the deal is over there. I think they run a little bit different rule from the
probably
Dillon street stocks. And I guess that Mass Series has got so big that the guys set everything up for the Mass Street Stock Series, and they don't want to change it, I guess. I don't know. I'd love to see them get some more, because it seems like this year that Ron Barfield and Charlie Powell over there at Timmonsville and Ron's at Dillon, and y'all might catch that name. Ron Barfield was also a NASCAR driver himself back in the day, Busch Series driver. They seem to be working together a lot more this year and trying to schedule races around each other. One will run one weekend, the other will run another weekend. Just kind of flip-flop back and forth. So I'm hoping they'll work together good and maybe get some of these rules together. That way everybody can run both tracks all the time and have good car counts over there.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to. I'd like to see them work together for sure. I mean, Florence puts on some good racing.
Awesome racing.
You know, I love that track. So hope they can get it all organized and get everything back going like it should. And I'd like to get over there and see some of that stuff for sure. But man, I'm telling you what, we got some Darlington come back. Wow. Like you said, we didn't get to go in there in person. I think it's the first time I've not been to a racetrack or a race in Darlington in probably 25 years or so. It's been a while, but at least was able to watch them, so I'm glad of that. It was a pretty exciting race, man.
It was pretty good. Ricky Spinout Jr. decided on the first lap to do what he does best and spun it out. And I don't know what his deal was. Well, I ain't figured him out. He come off there like he trying to get everything he can on lap 1 when he ain't had no practice, no qualifying, no nothing, and just drive it hard as he can, trying to get under. Looked like he was trying to get under Corey LaJoy to go ahead and pass him. But I mean, Corey LaJoy, don't get me wrong, he's not in the top-notch equipment, but you ain't just gonna drive past him on the first lap out of nowhere. So why he's trying that, I don't know.
I mean, you trying to make it 3 wide or whatever. You
out of 2 at Darlington.
You 2 car lengths below the apron. I mean, you know, what are you doing? So, yeah, it was, I don't know. And Jimmy Johnson running great, running fantastic. I think
Leading
wanted to go
race,
to the
leading.
stage end. That boy was fast. And trying to push too hard, coming off of 2, and put it in the fence. I don't know. I don't know why them boys are doing that so much, but I kind of felt like they was just kind of, at least the first stage, we kind of just took it easy and kind of felt the car and, you know, seen kind of what to make of it as the race went on. But nah, they just rolling, son. But I just saw where tonight, they're running a half a second faster lap times than they were Sunday.
Oh, yeah. You take the sun out of the equation, cool that track down 20 degrees as it probably is.
Makes
Just
a world of
air
difference.
temperature, track temperature's probably way down. Oh, that's going to be fast. And they're going to eat up some more tires because they was eating up tires Sunday. And it's probably going to be worse tonight. We'll find out here. They're on lap 19 right now. We'll find out here shortly because they're probably going to eat up some tires. But I was just looking. Jimmy had come from he was pretty much dead last, I think, starting the race. He's up to 20th already. So,
yeah, I tell you who, Bowman started like 21st, I think. Bowman's already up to 7th in 20 laps, so he's running. Ryan Newman's running real good, too. Kind of good to see that as well. Matt Kenseth already in the top 10, Bo.
already in the top 10. I'm going to tell you,
He surprised me last week to have no time, no preparation, had to learn, you know, steering inputs, had to learn the throttle pressures, brake pressures, all that stuff.
he did awesome.
I mean, come in there and do what he did. That's freaking great.
It was good to see. I'm glad to see him back on track. He's always a good driver to watch. I'm gonna tell you what. I know he's just getting in it, and which means you ain't used him at least until this past week. But in our fantasy stuff, if you hadn't used him,
I put him
top
in
5 of them to death.
Yeah. I put him in today. I'm gonna use him this time. Let's go around. I'm gonna use Kevin Harvick. I didn't use him last week Sunday.
Sunday.
But I'm gonna put him in. I'm gonna try him out. But I think we had a pretty good turnout on our fantasy. I know we still don't have it, 6 or 8 guys in it, but
Freddie Blackwell, he smoked us this past weekend.
Well, we got to work on him a little bit. I'm still in the leading points. I'm still happy.
Leading points, and I'm Martin them though.
I'm telling you, buddy.
I think I finished second place in every one so far, haven't I?
I'm pretty sure you have.
Pretty close to it. I don't know. Maybe not every one of them, but I'm pretty close to it. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting racing, but I'm gonna tell you what. I don't care. Trust me, I'd love to be over there. I'd love to be in the stands. I'd love to possibly be down in the pits talking to some people, getting them on here so y'all can hear them, doing whatever we could. But I'm going to tell you, racing with no fans and being able to watch on TV is a whole lot better than no racing.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you what. Did y'all see the viewers?
Oh, 6 point. It was the most most non-Daytona 500 viewed race since, I think it was Atlanta 2017.
That's awesome. I'm telling you what, man. And that's growing. And, and I know that's a lot of because there's nothing else, whatever, blah, blah. But still, that's great, man. Getting the publicity however we can get it to get some people watching racing is it can't hurt. So I like it, man. I swear I do. And I love all this racing coming up. We're going to have a lot going on. I had to cancel or postpone the Xfinity race that was supposed to be last night.
Yep.
Had to postpone it because of rain. And like I said, all the rain we've gotten. Supposed to run it today at 12, I think. They had to postpone it again. Right. Now they're supposed to run, I think, at 1 o'clock tomorrow, which we're supposed to have rain again. So I don't really know because they're going to have to hurry up and get back to Charlotte pretty soon. I think they're supposed to start over there Friday, right? Friday, Saturday, I can't remember.
I don't know. Saturday, something. I don't know. They're supposed to run sometime over there. That's for sure. What's so crazy is I know they also put out, it's either today or yesterday, another caution out. But anyway, just competition caution?
Yep.
I don't know. Anyway, I know they put out here's from NASCAR that all the upcoming races that are scheduled right now are going to be the same format. 0 practice, 0 qualifying.
Wow.
It's
going to be interesting.
I'm not understanding it. What I'm really not understanding it about is especially the Truck Series. Also the Xfinity Series some, but especially the Truck Series. There are a lot of guys that have not run a lap.
Right. Have not run a lap at these places.
And haven't run a lap at these places. Haven't run a lap in the truck.
They ain't got, a lot of those teams don't have a chassis dyno.
They don't have the 7-post rigs. They don't have the simulation type stuff. So they're getting nothing, and all of a sudden these, especially the rookies, it's all right for the guys who's been in. I'm just using Truck Series as an example because that's kind of the, I guess you would say, the lower echelon of the NASCAR series, yeah, but these guys are getting nothing and jumping out on the track, and I don't know. I don't know if I was a driver in there that I'd be, especially one of the veteran drivers. I don't know that I'd be happy about that for them not letting the rookies out there and practicing some.
No, well, I just don't see what it hurts. I don't understand. I mean, like we've said before, we talked about it the other day. Okay, let them draw qualifying. That's fine. Let them draw. All right, but let's suit them up to go racing, and let's give them 2 15-minute practice sessions.
Yeah.
And they're already suited up. They're already in the cars.
That's it.
And let them work on the cars on pit road.
That's it.
And then put them back out there and let them race.
Run them through tech before practice.
That's right.
Let them go out there, practice what they want to. I mean, I know you could say, oh, well, their stuff might not be right after that. Well, that's on them.
Right.
Once they run after the race, they run back through there and they're illegal.
They know they're going to be gone.
Yeah. I hate it for them.
That's right. So, I'm all for that. I think you give them a little bit of time. I don't like too much practice. I don't.
No.
I don't like 4 rounds of practice for an hour apiece during a weekend. I don't like that. But need something to shake the car down, make sure, especially the smaller tiers, drivers, teams that don't have the luxury of the 7-posts and chassis dynos, whatever they are. But I don't know. I just don't. It gets to a point where it ain't safe. So.
Yeah, it comes across as that, and I mean, fortunately, like we saw in the Cup stuff, it's not the rookies that's wrecking. That's the funny part. I mean, John Hunter just did, but he's I don't know. He's not really a rookie. I mean, he is a rookie, but he's not a rookie. But either way, just Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who's spinning out on the first lap.
I don't think nobody was surprised about that.
Yeah, nobody's ever surprised about that. I like Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He seems like a nice guy, and he is super fast in sprint cars and midgets. I think
he's fast in these Cup cars. He
drives over the car.
Right, he drives over the car. You can only make the car do what the car will do.
Just like Kevin Harvick says, you can't drive slow cars fast. Can't do it.
You cannot do it.
And I know he's trying to get every bit of it he can for his sponsors and for himself, for that matter.
Oh, yeah.
But, dude, come on.
Yeah.
You got to finish first. In order to finish first, you must finish.
This is true.
So, even if you're not trying for first, if you're trying for, 12th, you still got to finish. Finish the race. Wait till after that last
Well, at least finish the
segment.
first lap, or something.
Wait till after that last segment. Stop. And then, all right, drive as hard as you want to now. But make it to the end. It's not worth it to me on the first. Now, don't get me wrong. I want to see guys racing hard, but I don't want to see them racing stupid either.
No, you gotta know your limitations. And I mean, Jimmy Johnson, he's the most talented and most experienced driver out there, and he just
he admitted he made a bonehead move.
He did, and especially for him right now, that's 100 races now he's gone winless.
Yep,
that could have easily been his race win right there because he was fast. I mean, he was very, very fast. He had a very good car. Kevin Hart led 150 something laps. I think it was a lot, but I think he'd have been right there with him. And there again, Bowman was freaking fast. On short runs he was fast.
Yep.
William Byron was very fast. So Hendricks got it figured out. I like to see that. I thank the Lord they're finally a little more competitive than they were last year. But I'm gonna tell you what, I think the best driver in that stable is Alex Bowman. That boy is good.
Yeah,
and I've said that he is a freaking driver, Bo.
He's on it, and like right now, he ain't running too good right now.
Up to 6, yeah.
Yeah, that's the best he's got right now. So I guess that's all right. He definitely is, and I think that's a good thing for him because he just signed a new contract, signed a 1-year extension on his contract. I just I'm not getting these short deals anymore.
I think it's because of sponsorship, because the sponsorship isn't secure. And, like Kevin Hart, he signed a 3-year deal or whatever, 2, 3, 4-year deal, whatever it was. Well, he's got the sponsorship secured through that.
Right.
So it's a lot easier to sign somebody when you know you're going to be getting $30 million a year.
Exactly. And
y'all better watch out, Bo. Bubba Wallace is leading at Darlington. Y'all better watch out.
Jesus. I mean, that's awesome. I'd love to see Bubba.
That's
really
awesome.
Good. I don't think that's going to last very long.
That car is not a first-place car.
But yeah, Boyer just blew by.
He gone.
Boyer's running. Boyer is rolling right now.
Boyer's good. As long as Boyer can keep his head cool, he'll be all right.
Boyer's a good, awesome driver when his car's right. He don't do too good when he's back, not running great. So I don't know.
He gets discouraged.
Yeah, I think he does.
Anyway, talking about some racing coming up, talking about the trucks and all that. We had a little special guest come on today.
Yeah.
Tell you what, we need to talk about him a little bit. But before we do, how about we talk about our sponsors a little bit, man?
Might as well, because if it wasn't for them, we might not be here.
We probably wouldn't.
Nah, we need sponsors.
We gotta have them. They look out for us. We gotta look out for them, and so do y'all. Check them out.
So do our listeners. I'm gonna tell you what. There's a couple things I need our listeners to do. One, I need y'all to go to, especially if you listen on Apple, I need you to go and leave us some reviews on your iTunes or Apple Podcast, whatever it is. I need y'all to go leave us some 5-star reviews. We need them.
Gotta have them.
We gotta have them.
If we don't have them, we don't eat.
Well,
all right, we're gonna eat, but we need them.
We're gonna eat, but we need them. We need them big. Second of all, what's probably even bigger that I need y'all to do, especially, I don't care if you're a race fan or a racer, especially if you are a racer though, I need you to go to SRI Performance or Stock Car Steel, or I need you to go to SRI Supplies or any of their companies, Draco Springs. anything that they got, I need you to order something. And when you do, I need you to put in a coupon code to get yourself 10% off.
I mean, it's free. It's free money.
It's free money.
Just go buy something. I don't care if you need it or not. Money. Just go buy it and use the promo code. It's
and
free.
All you got to do is type in CBone10. C as in chicken, bone 10. That's all you got to do. CBone10. Type it in as a coupon code. You will get 10% off of your order. And so when you go to SRI Performance, and you guys that have been out there racing a little bit this past couple of weeks, we know you beat up your stuff a little bit, and it's time to reorder some parts. Time to get some parts for them cars. Get them back right. Get going for next week. I'll tell you what, they got our Sasha up there. She keeps us up to date with everything that they got going on, all their specials, all that fun stuff. And I'll tell you what, she sent me one. They got if you think you're having issues with your motor, this is the best way to find out if you got any internal issues. They have a 3-day express oil analysis kit. They call it speed diagnostics. You get you collect your sample. 2, you mail it out. They analyze the results. You get results in 3 days. So if you go out on Saturday, run your car, you feel like you may have an issue, or if you just want preventive maintenance, you take this sample and you send it in. And you ship it out on Monday, you got the results by Wednesday.
Can't beat that, Bo.
No, you can't beat that, because then you know you got an issue. Or if you find out you got an issue, you can still got time to get a motor in the car, or you got time to fix this motor. And it's only $99.95. Do you know how much money that $99.95 could save you?
A lot more than that.
A lot more than that. If you got motor issues.
Yes, sir. So y'all definitely check that out. There's another thing been in the news here lately. They just come out. I don't know when Super Speedway's coming back.
Who knows?
Who knows? But it's coming. Talladega's coming. Daytona's coming. Well, NASCAR puts out a new added rule, or
technical
whatever.
bulletin, as they call it.
Yeah, and as it states, is for all Super Speedway events, new slip tape must be applied to the entire length of the lower rearward facing surfaces of the rear bumper cover and the rear bumper cover extensions. So, they're doing this to try to help from, cars turning off the noses of these cars, something. Help slipping a little bit. But guess what? Guess the only place that sells this stuff.
One of them.
There's just one place.
One of them.
SRI. Now, guess what? I'm going to tell you what. All you boys around here that's racing, y'all ain't got to be running no super speedway to run. I like slip tape. Hey, I might you can put some up on your skateboard if you want to. I don't care. It don't make no difference. Get you some slip tape.
It's transparent.
It's lightweight.
It's lightweight.
I mean, it's very thin, Bo. It ain't, well, you can get it in different thicknesses, I think. 25 thousandths, 10 thousandths, and 5 thousandths thick. So if any of you guys worry about a little bit of aero, if y'all are, a lot of these guys running street stocks and stuff ain't really worried about aero, but if you are, you can get the 5,000 thick. Hey, man, get it.
I got another suggestion for it. You guys, hear me out. You guys especially got classic cars. These car show cars that you drive, as you should, but the ones that you drive, buy the transparent slip tape, put it right behind the wheels on the rear fenders, quarter panels.
It's transparent.
Put it on the
rocker panels, and then rocks. Yeah,
will not mess up your paint.
It won't mess it up. There's some use for a lot of different things. So, and then you can say that you got the same tape that, hey, Jimmy Johnson got on his race car. Whoever. But there you go, man. I'm telling you, check it out. It's super adhesive. They got some awesome adhesive sticking. I'm telling you, it's freaking awesome. So, y'all definitely check it out. You can buy them up. And remember, Use the promo code. Call them 704-662-6982. Like I said, just find them, get it up while you can. It ain't gonna be long. All these NASCAR boys will be buying it all up.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you what. And another thing, going back to the oil analysis stuff. Sasha was kind enough to send us their top 3 trending products at SRI. The product spotlight, as they like to call it. Push rods. Always need push rods. You know how they bend. They got buy 15 push rods, get the 16th free. Push rods starting at $8.99. Wrist pins, you can never have enough spares. You know how that is. Wrist pins starting at $13.42. Spring shims, valve spring shims, starting at $12. Get a kit of them. So
yeah, well, that goes to show you, there's a lot of people rebuilding motors right now.
A lot of people building motors. So, and they got used push rods even. And I know they get a lot of these used push rods out of Cup motors and all this stuff. And so if you need them, they got it. That's the thing. And
they got everything, man.
Dude, I tell you, I was looking on there the other day, and one of the guys works there. He put it up. They got it at SRI. iRacers, just for you. They had a built already, assembled, ready to go, part of a cockpit with a seat in it.
I saw that. That's freaking awesome, dude.
It was an iRacing setup.
It was perfect.
It was perfect. You roll it in your house, set it wherever you want it, and it is ready to go. Put all your computer and racing equipment in it that you want to iRace with. Dude, it was perfect. I'd love to have it.
Oh, I'd definitely love to have it.
It'd be awesome. So
definitely go check them out, man. You just go on the website. I mean, it's huge. They got everything in the world on there. You spend hours looking on there. So just take some time and look it up. Find out what all they got. Like I said, hats, T-shirts. Get them. Wear them.
Get them. Tell them we sent you. Like I said, use promo code CBONE10. Get yourself 10% off. And buy up everything you can. I think the Valvoline oil promotion we talked about in the last couple episodes, that's still rolling through the end of this month. Can't ever have too much oil. So y'all guys go buy it up. Buy as much as you can. Like I said, tell them we sent you.
Absolutely, man. So again, thank you guys for coming on with us and keeping on. That's what it's all about. So, but anyway, going back to truck racing. We were able to have a special guest on this week, and it kind of all started way back in Daytona. We were in Bass Pro when we went down to Speed Weeks. And Bass Pro, many people don't know, is like right across the street from the racetrack. So it's pretty easy to get over there and walk around. It's pretty cool. So we were in there messing around, and a gentleman named Hank Foley was walking around in there, and he had his team shirt on. It's 100% Trump Pence 2020 all over it. And I didn't recognize him. I didn't know who he was, to be honest with you. But David did. And he hollered at him, and he introduced himself, and he was a real nice gentleman. And so we kind of looked him up and seeing what kind of cars he had. So that's when it kind of all started, us following Tim and seeing where all he came from and what they were there to do.
Yeah, so fortunately we were able to have Tim Viens on and got to interview him a little bit. So take a listen here. All right, on the phone line with us now, driver of the Gander RV and Outdoor 03 Trump Pence 2020 Chevrolet, Tim Viens. How's it going, Tim? Welcome to the show.
Good. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Man, we sure appreciate you giving us a little bit of time and coming on with us. And know you've had a little bit of busy schedule here, a lot of radio shows and TV shows and stuff like that. Seen you on a lot of stuff here lately and getting the word out. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it's great. I think people are excited that NASCAR is back after a 10-week hiatus. So, people are excited and want to talk about it and talk about COVID-19 and what NASCAR is doing and all these different things. So, yeah, it's been a busy schedule, but it's nice to get the word out there.
I'm telling you, man, it's so nice to start getting back going here. But before we get to all that, we got a good bit of listeners here, and I don't, no offense meant by this or anything, but Tim, Viens isn't always necessarily a household name in NASCAR right now, but you've been around a long time in the NASCAR scene. So if you could give us a little bit of background, of your background, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I didn't. I'm not one of these typical racers that grew up in go-karts and my whole life, and raced my whole life, and then went into NASCAR. I had a marketing firm. We represented several teams in NASCAR. It's called RaceDaySponsor.com, and so that's how I got familiar and around the sport. I've been a very athletic and sport person my whole life. I played college football. I played pro football. I played semi-pro baseball. So I've just been an athlete my whole life, but I was invited by a team owner that we were working with to Rockingham Speedway in North Carolina, and they were doing a testing session up there for the weekend. And he's like, "Hey, Tim, you want to come up and jump in the car?" And I was like, well, heck yeah, man. I'm going to go up there and jump in the car. So about 10 years ago, I went and did that, and I fell in love instantly. So the minute I got back to Daytona Beach, I bought my first pro truck. I started racing at New Smyrna Speedway right down the road from me every single weekend. I progressed into a limited late model and then into a super late model. And I took a real knack to it pretty quickly because, I was a catcher in baseball. So I had real good hand-eye coordination and instinct, and I think that played into my favor as becoming a driver. So from there I went into the ARCA Menard series. I think I ran somewhere around 43 races or something in the ARCA series prior to going into the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, and then even into the Xfinity series. So for me, it's always been a hobby, a part-time thing, and this year we've been fortunate enough to get this Trump-Pence 2020 deal going, and it looks like I'm going to be able to get to do, quite a bit of racing. So I'm very excited, optimistic for the season.
Well, speaking of the Trump-Pence 2020 affiliation there you got, give us a little background on how that come about, how that got started, and I think it's absolutely awesome that you got it on there. So if you can give us a little background on how that got started, that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of my good friends, Hank Foley, who is now the president of race fans for Trump2020.com, we were at a restaurant having dinner. And when I say dinner, we were having wings and beers.
That's what I'm talking
about. So we were brainstorming about ideas for sponsorship for me to do some more racing. I have a 3-year-old daughter, so I kind of phased back, real light on the racing and the traveling. But this year, I wanted to try to do a little bit more. So we were sitting down brainstorming, and he was the one that came up with the idea. He's like, "Man, how cool would it be to put Trump 2020 on the car for the season?" I was like, "Man, that's a great idea." So we came up with the idea, and we started to run with it, and we approached the campaign and the RNC and all those guys. And basically, that's how it all started to progress. Next thing you know, I was at the governor's dinner in the state in South Florida, and got to meet the president for the first time. And he was, found out about the deal and was very excited about it. And our plan was to start at Daytona. Unfortunately, I had a mishap with our hauler coming down from Chicago, where they got stuck in a snowstorm, and I didn't actually get to race the Daytona race, but. And then with the COVID-19 deal happening, so now my first race is actually going to be Charlotte on the 26th. So I'm excited, and it's pretty much how we got the whole deal started. And it's been a roller coaster, to say the least. People are very excited, and I think you saw that at Daytona when the president flew in. And I mean, it was crazy because the entire stands just started, chanting USA, USA, USA. So the fan support for what we're doing it's just been fantastic.
That's absolutely awesome, man. And speaking of Hank Foley, me and Sterling happened to be in Daytona this year, and we were down there, and
we were in Bass Pro.
We were in Bass Pro Shop, and Hank walked in the door, and I was already on the Race Fans for Trump page and everything, and I was like, hey, that's Hank Foley, and we went up and just said hi and introduced ourselves, and so it was pretty cool getting to meet him. Yeah. But yeah, I showed Sterling while we were down there. I said, man, that sucks, because I was showing him the week before that you were going to be showing him your truck and everything, and then we got the news that the truck ran off the road, and I was like, oh, that's horrible. So but then we saw him, so it was all cool and everything, and
yeah, I hate that you really get the season started off right. But I hope here coming up with Charlotte, you're gonna have a good showing, and maybe the weather will cooperate for next week. I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely a tough start to Daytona, but fortunately we had the Xfinity car. My teammate Joe Nemechek is driving some of the races this year, and then I'll be doing some of the races as well. But he had a great run at Daytona. They had a perfect strategy to be in the right position at the end of the race. And, he finished 15th, but if the caution didn't come out at the very last minute at the end of the race, he foreseeably would have had a top 10. So, but he had a great race, and, it's crazy because we had the Trump Pence, the shirts for sale at the Speedway. And, we found out after the race that our T-shirts outsold, if you added up every single Cup driver and combined their sales, we outsold them all.
Dude, that's awesome.
That is awesome. Absolutely right. That's fantastic.
A guy like me that, no name, people, it was surreal to see people walking around with my T-shirt on. It was pretty cool.
Absolutely. Well, I will say you probably got one of the biggest and best sponsors right now in the racing world anyway. So you're gonna have a lot of followers for sure. But how about your schedule for the remainder of the year? I know it's screwed up and we got a late start going, and but as far as the rest of the year for you in the trucks, you gonna try to get all the dates, or what's it looking like for you?
Well, NASCAR says that they're going to try to make up every single race. The trucks will be at Charlotte on the 26th, the following weekend at Atlanta, 2 weeks later at Homestead, Miami. I haven't seen anything further than that yet, but we intend on definitely hitting all three of those races with the truck. We'll also have the Trump Pence 2020 car at Charlotte, and most likely at Atlanta and Homestead as well. Joe will more than likely drive he's definitely driving Charlotte. He'll most likely drive Atlanta, and then I think you'll probably see me in the Xfinity car at the Homestead Miami race, doing a doubleheader that weekend. So we're just waiting on NASCAR to put the schedule out. Our objective is to probably do around 10 to 15 truck races is our plan, and then probably upwards of 20 plus on the Xfinity side with the Trump Pence deal, and then we're in talks of doing an 8-race deal in the Cup Series right now as well.
Sweet. Dude, that's awesome. So with the Trump Pence 2020, the Race Fans for Trump 2020 deal, what exactly are your goals, and what is y'all's goals as a team for this year?
Well, our goals for the Trump Pence 2020 deal is to help the president get reelected. That's the main cause. The Washington Post a couple of years back posted an article, and they said there was 75 million NASCAR fans. Approximately 80% of them supported the president, but 20% of those folks either were not registered to vote or did not vote in the last election. So our objective is to get the message out there on the race cars. Once we get fans back to the track, at Daytona we had voter registration, people walking around outside the track signing people up to vote. So once fans go back to the track, that's our message. We're going to try to register people to vote. We're going to focus our efforts on the battleground states, the Phoenix, Pocono, Ohio, Arizona, Homestead, Miami. And if we can attract a small percentage of that 20%, then, we could help the president get reelected in a landslide. And that's our main cause.
That's awesome, man. That's what we all about. I think we all want to see that for sure. Scared of the alternative, but I appreciate everything y'all are doing for sure to help out.
Yeah, man. It's definitely a great cause. Definitely a cause that we're sticking behind too. So we appreciate you doing it and appreciate what you're doing for the country, really. And so it's absolutely awesome, man. Well, getting off of racing just a little bit, I know you just said a little while ago you were a football guy, and this is a kind of crazy question, but I guess it kind of goes to you a little bit. I know you're a Northeast guy originally, and now you're a Florida guy. So what's your take on Brady jumping ship from the Patriots going down there?
I live in Port Orange, just outside Daytona.
Right.
And, I've grown up a Miami Dolphin fan, but they've been terrible for a long time.
You got Tua coming there. That's going to help you out a little bit.
I'm a huge Brady fan. I love the guy. I respect him as a player.
Yeah.
And when I found out he was going to Tampa and then Gronkowski coming in too, I'm going to follow him. I'm going to watch him. I'm excited to watch him. I'm excited to go to some games. I'm still going to root for the Dolphins, but I am going to follow those guys. And who knows? Maybe I'll break out the old cleats and go on for a walk-on tryout.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Well, Tim, I'm going to tell you what, man, we sure do appreciate you giving us a little bit of time here and coming on with us. And anytime you feel like coming on here, if you're available, we're available. So we sure appreciate it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be checking out.
Anybody wants to follow what we're doing, all my social medias are Tim Viens NASCAR, at Tim Viens NASCAR. And our website is racefans4trump2020.com. You can go on there. We got all our T-shirts, hats, merchandise on there. And if you want to make a small donation to the cause and what we're doing, you can do that there as well.
Good deal, buddy. We'll add all that to our social medias as well and get it out to everybody. And we appreciate your time, man. Thank you for coming on with us.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Hit me up anytime.
Sweet. Later, man.
You. Have a good one. I want to thank Tim for coming on again this week. That was super cool. Him stop by, give us a little bit of time here.
Yeah, I know he's been super busy today and had a lot of stuff to interview and a lot of stuff going on and had more to go. But for him to take a little time out and talk with us was really cool. So everybody keep a look for him. Like I said, he's not, or like David said, he's not the household name yet. So make sure you look for him on the leaderboard. Make sure you find that Trump Pins 2020 Chevrolet. I hope he's going to be rolling. I know Joe Nemechek's going to be running some as well.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he's going to have the same thing on the Xfinity car.
Right.
And then hopefully some on the Cup car. So we'll see what happens there. But looking forward to seeing him in Charlotte. And we're going to be pulling for him.
Oh, definitely so. We're going to be pulling for him. But I'm going to tell you, on top of just the performance of it, even on top of that, it's awesome the message they're getting out. I mean, just you need to get out and vote, regardless. We have a political position ourselves, but regardless of that, I don't care if you agree with us or not. I do not care. 100% do not care. Just get out and vote. Do your duty.
That's right. In my opinion, you can't complain about it if you don't vote.
That's right.
So a lot of people say, well, my vote don't count or my vote don't matter because there's all these other people. Well, if there's enough people to saying that, then it does count. So I'm happy with the way things are going, and we getting a lot of good interviews, getting a lot of good guys coming on. We got another little guest next week. He's kind of up and coming himself, so we can hopefully going to be able to work together and try to help each other grow some.
Yep, far as we know, next week, as of scheduled right now, we're going to have Chris from the new Checkered social media app that is available on Android and Apple now. If you haven't got on it, get on it. I'm telling you.
Oh, that's freaking awesome, man.
Checkered, CHCKRD, because as Chris told me, they're too fast for vowels.
Absolutely right.
So get on it. I know Rico Abreu's on there. There's a lot of racers on there. And it's and it's social media for racers and race fans. That's all we talk about on there is racing, and all types of racing now. I mean, it's everything from snowmobiles to the tractor pull trucks. I mean, and everything in between, round track, road course, whatever, go-karts. They talk about everything. They got groups for everything on there. And it's so cool because it's somewhere to go talk about racing because you're going to constantly see something on there that you like.
Right. It ain't going to be, flowers and butterflies all the time. It's going to be racing, which is what we all about.
You don't have to scroll through grandma saying happy birthday to 17 grandkids. I mean, which there's nothing wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but when you're looking for racing, you're looking for racing. So get on the Checkered app. You'll enjoy it. It's so much fun. And they're adding new groups too. And Chris contacted me yesterday a little bit, and I had posted something on Facebook. He said, "Man, that would be awesome in the new meme group." I said, "Oh, we have one of those now? That's awesome." So I posted on there. And y'all get on there. We're on there. Like I said, I know Rico Abreu's on there, and there's quite a few more race car drivers on there. And what's so cool, and we said this before, is this app gives back to the racing community. That's what's so cool about it. Because what they do is it is a subscription base, very cheap, very much worth it. But once a track gets so many followers or so many supporters to this one track, they do what they call the fans purse in it, and the Checkered app sends this track a check to add to their purse for the payouts for the race car drivers. So just because you're paying for it, nobody's making huge profits off this. This is all going back into the racing community, people. So get on it, have fun, post as much as you can. Follow us on there. Follow us on all the other social medias, but follow us on there. Also, like Tim Viens just said, follow him on all his social media. Follow Race Fans for Trump 2020. Follow that. That's a cool group to follow. I followed it for a while now. Actually, since before Daytona, we even went down there. I've been following it ever since, and we post in there every week on Facebook. And so get on all this as much as you can. It helps us out, helps them guys out, and let's have fun with it and all that good jazz there.
Absolutely right, man. Well, I don't know about you, bud, but I'm about to get ready for bed.
Well, we're about to. I want to talk about one more thing.
Oh, we got more to talk about.
One more thing that I watched last night, bro. We had some dirt racing on.
Did. Oh, Lord.
We had some dirt racing on, and Sterling's trying to find it now, apparently.
There's another one on.
It's going. And Golden Isle Speedway down in Georgia. That is a super nice racetrack. We went there. We were able to go there in, what was that, 18? I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was. We went down there for the Super Bowl of dirt racing or whatever it's called. And that is a awesome track down there. And
yeah, it's a nice facility. It really is.
Very nice facility. And it's but anyway, last night they had a field of there was like 40 some odd cars there. So they had awesome turnout. There couldn't be no fans, unfortunately. So no fans, a lot of dirt cars. They're doing what they call, Lucas Oil Series is doing what they call a restart. They're doing Golden Isle Speedway again, and they're doing what's the other track down in Florida, Sterling? I just
Volusia?
No,
East Bay.
I just had a brain fart. My bad. East Bay doing 3 nights of it. First next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think.
They're gonna be packing them in here, son. They're gonna race. I mean,
they're gonna race, and it's freaking awesome because they showed it last night free.
Got it again tonight
for free on the. I I think it's the Lucas Dirt Facebook page are showing it. A couple more places probably you can find it. And man, I'm gonna tell you what though. It had been 100 days since Lucas Oil Series had raced last. That tells you how long it was. Well, guess what? Jimmy Owens went back out there and did exactly what he did when we saw him in Volusia last.
Yep.
He went out there, ran, I think he qualified or started about 4th place. Well, in the last 20 laps, all of a sudden he took off like a rocket. And he ran it all the way up and just had stupid drive off the corners.
I don't know how to do it, man. Only thing I know to do is it might have something to do with his team member now that he's got.
Yeah,
supposedly.
He got old Cody Mallory working for him, who used to be with Bloomquist a while back.
When Bloomquist had all that drive off.
Yeah, Bloomquist used to have drive off like that. Well, now Cody's over there with the O Show, Jimmy Owens. He's over there with him, and he is rolling. He is looking like 2010 Jimmy Owens.
Oh, dude, he is dominating. I mean, the way he dominated down at Volusia and to pick right back up after 100 days is unbelievable.
It's insane. So,
It really is. So.
But that was an awesome race. It was a good race.
Yeah. I fell asleep, so maybe I can stay awake for this one tonight. I don't know.
See if you can stay awake for this one. But I think that's about all we got tonight. We're going to continue to watch this race from Darlington here.
But we're gonna have quite a few races to talk about by next Wednesday.
Yeah, because we got
this one remaining. We got Charlotte. There's like 12 with Charlotte this weekend, I think.
We got the Xfinity races still got to run at Darlington.
Yeah. We got 47 dirt races going to run between next Wednesday. So
we're gonna have go-kart races. We're gonna have truck race from Charlotte, Xfinity race from Charlotte, Cup race from Charlotte. 600, and they're gonna run full 600 miles, which is awesome. So
absolutely.
Anyway, so I think that about does it.
It's about time we get away from all the quarantine stuff, and
quarantine's done. I'm done with quarantine.
Yeah, I'm done with that. So hopefully we can all get back to racing and get back to enjoying it. Everybody that's a part of our listeners, our page, whatever, any live racing that's on Facebook or whatever, please share it along with our page so we can see it and all of our other listeners can check it out as well. So
yeah, if there's results, we'll put this.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is running again. Like I say, like David said, from Golden Isle tonight. They're in heats now. So we'll go ahead and put it on our Facebook, just like we asked y'all to do. So anytime you see that, put it up. Let everybody check it out. We can, because right now we looking up and getting some free racing on there, which is we take full advantage of that.
Take full advantage of the free racing because it don't happen often.
No.
So we want to thank again our presenting sponsor, SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Draco Springs. Want to thank them for everything they do for us. Want to thank Tim Viens for being on here this week. Thank AJ Hyatt for talking to us down there at Paradise. Thank Terry Odom. He told us to come on to the race.
Yeah, he looked out for us.
Come check it out.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate it, and we appreciate all y'all listening. Hope y'all come back again next week and listen some more. So we'll do it again, same time, same place. So I think I'm done.
Later.